Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is May 16th, and this is your aftermarket update. So we had a really nice day here at the Oil Trading Group. This is in contrast to the really challenging, choppy trading day we had yesterday. We did have a losing day yesterday. I had noted that and documented that in yesterday's video and email. It was 8 ticks per contract was the losing day, 16 ticks total. And it really was just a choppy, challenging day. Today was a lot better in the way that the market moved and performed. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the trade. We got into 2 trades today. One was a small losing trade, 11 ticks, and the other trade was a nice 50-tick winner. The second trade that we took ended up being an 8-tick stop, and we had a 60-tick target that ended up being a 50-tick target. 62 ticks actually on the target. Ended up being a 50-tick target on a trail stop out. And so, again, that's a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We spent a lot of time talking about proper management and risk-reward and those kinds of things, and this was a really good demonstration of how you get taken out on a short stop. And I'm going to show you that trade, by the way. I'm going to show you kind of what we learned about that stop out today. And, again, one of the things that we did talk about here as well is that stops are learning opportunities, right? That's the market providing you feedback on your entry and giving you some information to help you make a decision for that next trade. And that's exactly how we used our first stop today. Again, it was an 11-tick stop, and our second trade was a 50-tick target. So if you looked at it just like that, that is a 11 to 50 is about a 4.5-to-1 risk reward, a little bit higher than that, almost 5-to-1 risk reward. But if you looked at it from the stop on the trade itself, right, we had an 8-tick stop and a 50-tick target, that would have been 6-to-1. However you decide to look at it, it was still an asymmetrical trade, meaning that we got more than 2, 3, 4-to-1 reward for the risk that we had on the table. All right, let's talk about the trade specifically here today. So if you take a look here, the high on the day as we were entering into the opening part of the session was right here at this 49.14. This also happened to be what we consider to be the Asian range high of the day. It's not exactly the entire session, but we have some time frames that we look at, and this fell within that. And you have the indicator that plotted this Asian range high here for you. Market then rallies up into that London, what we consider to be the London range high, right at the London session, and then the market begins to kind of rotate around this 14 area. So one of the things that we train you on here, and we will be conducting a live training event on May 25th, we train you on our market maker levels. These are a series of dynamic support resistance levels, and they provide the basis for our decision points, places that we are looking to get short or long based upon our filtering criteria. So let me turn on today's daily structure signals. All right, let's come back here. There it is. So they form up right after the open. This particular set of levels form up right at the open. And so what we look for here is you have the daily structure signal. You're either going to look for this thing. We call it kicking the signal and paying the target. So if this thing is right up here at the daily structure signal, then the target is just above you at 49. In this case, it was 49.53. Or we would be looking again for this target down here at 48.54. So to put some context around this, this was the exact same area yesterday that we were looking to get short, and it was the exact same targeting area that we were looking for yesterday as well. So the market really had not moved that much overnight, and the range was not that large in the overnight session. In fact, it was less than 50 ticks by the time, or right around 50 ticks by the time we had gotten to the open. So as the market comes up in here into this daily structure signal up above you, this provided you with some resistance. And just remember that we had this level here from the Asian range high was right here at 14. So we'll put this in right here at 14. And so as the market comes up and kicks this signal, right, and begins to rotate around, then what we begin to look for here is a possible short opportunity. So right here on this bar, the bar rallies up into what looks like a stop run here to clear out the stops, makes this week high, and we look to get short at 13. Now the market comes, we don't do a buy stop. I let it pull back a little bit. It comes up into 13. on a little bit of confirmation. It hits me but no fills me. You're not going to see that actually. But then I get in at 12. And so once we get into 12, my stop was at 23. So we'll put another line right here at 23. So if you draw this right here, there is your 23 right there. So I'm in here at 12. The stop is 23. Rotates down just a little bit and then eventually comes and takes me out. And so what I want you to notice here is that we never really get back into your daily structure signal. Remember, the behavior pattern is kick the signal, pay the target down here below. That is the way that we look at these particular levels. And again, in the training session, this is the cool thing. In the training session, not only am I going to teach you how to trade these levels and give you the indicator, I'm going to show you how to draw them and show you the concepts behind them so that you can take full advantage and put these on the other markets that you trade. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to the training, but you will be able to learn, not only have this indicator, but I'm going to teach you how to draw them. We have people that make slight modifications to them to fit certain needs that they have. It's a really flexible tool. So I'm not just giving you a calculator, I'm showing you how to do the math. Anyway, so as the market comes up into this daily structure signal again, we get taken out by 2 ticks here. We got up to 25 was the highest that we got to. I decided that I was going to pull the trigger a little bit early here. And if I want you to look at this 20 level here. So this is what I was looking at in the trade room here today. Right there is 20. Okay. So again, I was remembering yesterday that 20 was a fairly significant area for us. We also had a high that was made here at 20. We spent a lot of time rotational around 20. I get in short at 19, right? So my thought process was get in short here at 19. We'd already triggered this signal. We had not been able to get and close above it in about an hour. Let's see, this is, in just over an hour. And so that the behavior pattern, and again, this is, you may not have confidence in this until you actually see these things done and actually know how to draw and understand the way these work. But the point is that because we could not get through this structure signal here, my expectation level is that we were going to get into this daily structure target down underneath. And remember, I took a stop already for 11 ticks that gave me feedback, right? Just missed me, stopped me out by 2 ticks, gave me the feedback that I needed to let me know that was going to be a potential opportunity. Also, we had a retracement here. I neglected to tell you this or mention this here as another kind of factor. If you look here, right, you came into this retracement. There's a sweet spot here in red, but these turquoise line kind of outline the sweet spot there. You got right up into that. Couldn't even quite get into that. And so that gave me the idea that it was time to get short again. This time we were short at 19, looking for a target down here just ahead of this daily structure target at 57. And that's when the trade began. And then the rest, as they say, with a little bit of time, ends up being history. So we come down here to this, we came down into the 60 level. We rotated back up here, 61. And I get trail stopped out at 59. Before the market just really continues to rotate. And by the end of the day, we kicked the signal and paid the target right at the end of the day, right? Kick the signal, pay the target, right? So this is the way that this trade went. Now, here's the coolest part of this, right? We ended up picking up 50 ticks on the day, right? Ended up picking up 50 ticks. If you measure this high down to this low, all right? This high down to this low. That's 87 ticks. There were only 87 ticks total in the entire CL market today after the open, right? Only 87 ticks, and we picked up 50 of those ticks. That is, we picked up more than 60% of the total range on the trading day today, and that is thanks in large part to your daily structure signal, kicking the signal, paying the target. Here's what's interesting, though. I'm going to show you this as well. The ES had a very similar type behavior pattern today. Let's go back here. Okay. So, again, market opens up, right? Market opens up. We talk about this market's going to do one of two things. It's going to kick the signal and pay the target above it, or it's going to kick the signal and pay the target below you. And today, look where the low is on the day. That's your daily structure target, and we never have come back even close again. So what I'm going to do here, let's get rid of this ES chart for just a moment. This is your CL chart. This is where we took our 2 trades. So what I'm going to let you do here, I'm going to show you the losing trade that we took first. That's the trade that gave us the feedback to let us know that, hey, this looks like that stop happened up there at 25. Your stop was at 23. The feedback that it gave me was we could not reach back into the daily structure signal. And so I'm going to reshort again, and that is the trade that ends up being a 50 tick winner times 2 lots. So without further ado, here are those OTG trades of the day. Okay, I got filled at 12 now. Stop is 24. The target right now is this, let's see, daily structure signal at 79, daily structure target at 56. 57 is the target. Short in at 19. Okay, stop is 26. It's a stop, and the target is down to 57 again. All right, so you can see how that first trade we were stopped for 11 ticks. It actually went, we got stopped at 23. It made it up to 25. That was the feedback we needed right in front of the daily structure signal to go ahead and reshort again at the 19, and we did carry it down to our target. Actually, it was a little bit less than our target. It was 50 ticks versus the 60 tick target that we had. But at the end of the day, your market maker levels. Kick the signal, pay the target. Did that in both markets, and we will be conducting live training on May 25th on these market maker levels. So I highly encourage you, if you have not done so already, get in, reserve your seat. There'll be information in an email here coming out to you. Actually, where you receive the link to this video, you should have gotten an email to the page that talks about the training and the information that we're going to be presenting to you on May 25th. So again, as always, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group. And until next time, I want to wish you good luck and good trading.